Now, I know you're looking forward to this story, Lewis, because we often feature on South Today amazing finds by archaeologists who've uncovered fascinating history that's just beneath our feet. But what if that magical find was in your own back garden?
Yes, exactly what's been happening in Winchester, where some remains of one of the greatest buildings of the medieval era are now under flower beds and patios.
But over the last few days, people have been digging it all up, with permission, of course. Chrissy Sturt went along to see what they found.
The houses in this part of Winchester are built over the ruins of Hyde Abbey, once a magnificent building that rivalled the cathedral in grandeur. The latest discovery on this site is this vaulted channel. It may not look like much, but it tells us a lot.
Now, it's right down here that the culvert really gets interesting, and as you can see, that hole is too small to actually enter, so I'm going to use this little handy camera here, feed it in so that we can get a really good look at what's underground.
That medieval arch conduit leads down possibly to the infirmary to provide fresh water to that building.
And because these monks were wealthy individuals, they basically had lovely flushing toilets.
To say they're flushing, I think you actually had a hole in the top, in a floor.
Okay, but water was washing on through.
Water was actually flushing through and giving some kind of cleanliness, hopefully. But
most people had cesspits.
Most people at the time had cesspits, yes.
I found this bit.
If you live here, the chances are at some point archaeologists will be asking to take a look under your garden. But the bonus is you can join in the dig.
When we moved here, we had an idea that there were some exciting things underground, but we never expected the sort of things they found this week to come up.
And so lovely for your children to be involved as well. What's that been like for them, getting hands-on?
Oh yeah, it's fun.
Did you have any idea that you were living on top of a medieval monastery?
Not at all. We knew that there was history around, but I think it was really exciting and very, very interesting. They know what they're doing, we don't, but we've all got behind it. We just think it's a wonderful idea.
And this is one of the finds that shows the level of detailed carving that you found.
Yes, indeed. This is particularly beautiful and is in fact part of an arch which would have been against a wall. And what is nice actually about this, there is still some whitewash there.
And a lot of these stones actually got pillaged and carried away.
Well, in fact, in our excavations, most of the time we just found the foundations and odd bits of stone, but that enables us to put together the whole structure of the abbey as we're gradually doing it piece by piece.
Now, for anybody whose garden has been dug up as part of this project, the good news is that the volunteers turn up to return it back to normal, if not better than it was before. So I better give them a hand. Chrissy Sturt, BBC South Today in Winchester.
There's some amazing finds there, aren't there? A real connection to history. Now, I asked Sam before she came onto the sofa whether she'd found anything interesting in a hole in her garden, but sadly not. I can't believe you couldn't find anything.
I'm waiting for buried treasure, but I don't think there are any pirates hanging around my house.